Hi ladies and gentlemen, today is March 21st, 2017, and I've been kind of running around doing a lot of different things, and I thought maybe I'd better go ahead and put this up. Nothing really earth-shattering, just a little more focus on what's going on. If you're watching all of the accusations now occurring against anyone who stands with Donald Trump, those accusations being that they're somehow in bed with the Russians or influenced by the Russians or are Russian agents, this is getting really, really serious. Now, a lot of it's sideshow to take attention off of other things and probably to throw up some roadblocks against Trump's agenda. There's also probably something to do with it over the fact that they're trying to get all of this out now because President Putin of Russia is up for re-election sometime around the end of this year or the first of next year. And they don't want to give him too much credence for having influenced America, even in the American media, in case Russian citizens hear it. That's just kind of a possibility. But nevertheless, as of this point right now, I'd say we're reaching extremely dangerous levels. And I just wanted to point out a couple things. First of all, for that sicko, disgusting devil, I don't know what else to do. I don't like using names, calling people names, but I really see no other possibility of getting around that in this situation. So-called Senator John McCain accusing Rand Paul of working for Vladimir Putin is absolutely detestable. McCain should be censored for that in the Senate, but of course he won't be, because the people in control of the government, unfortunately, are our enemies. That's just the way it is. The hearings going forth right now into all these Russian connections with Comey and with Rogers from the NSA and all the it makes you wonder if these people even got out of elementary school. They don't even logically come to conclusions. They make statements, and then their reasoning behind it doesn't back up what they're saying to begin with. And I'm not going to go through all the details on that, but this is really bad. They are definitely laying the foundation to do something really, really nasty. And I've been warning about this for a long time, and so have a lot of other people. I won't go ahead and name all those names again. They're names that you're familiar with. But it's getting now to the point where we're really looking at the possibility, as I said 3 or 4 or 5 videos back, that a civil war could break out at any time. And again, it'll start within the agencies, from what I can tell. Probably initially any attack on President Trump. But I'm not certain about how that'll play out. All I know is we need to keep our eyes on the horizon and our ears to the ground and know what's going on. So I wanted to bring that up. This accusation against Rand Paul, against, like I say, anybody who even appears to be supporting Trump as being a Russian agent. That's ludicrous. You can look at the things that these real American patriots are trying to do, and to try to say that that's Russian influenced is crazy, when we know for a fact that the Saudis gave money, the Chinese gave money to the campaign for Hillary Clinton, that there have been all of these other world leaders, people in the EU, all of these people that have actually put in their 2 cents worth on the benefits to the American people of Hillary Clinton, which is a total farce, of course. She's the most wicked woman, probably the most wicked woman on the face of the earth, with all the things that she's done. And I sent a Twitter out the other day, a tweet. There was an individual, I forget his name right now, who was saying if the Russians hadn't interfered, the American people would have selected Hillary. And both one other person and I commented, hey, no, we know about her Haiti situation, the Clinton Foundation, the situation with China, the Uranium One situation with Russia, the whole thing with Epstein, her husband's, Bill Clinton's rapes, and her helping to cover it up, pretending her woman, concerns, anyway, it was a whole list of things. So at any rate, It's just crazy how this whole thing is now turning into a Russia deal. But we kind of saw it coming. But this bodes very, very badly for all of us in the long run. I want to mention that down below there's a link to InfoWars. It's actually an article that Paul Joseph Watson put together, I believe. But I wanted to send it out because, you know, in this recent barrage of things, they're saying that people like me and InfoWars, of course, anybody who's been standing up telling the truth about these things are controlled by Russian bots. In other words, this information's put out and then we pick it up and it's bogus. Well, no, it isn't. All of us are vetting a lot. I mean, there are people out there who put up baloney information. If I ever have information that I'm not sure about, I will tell you that I haven't verified it or vetted it yet, but that we need to look at it, okay? And that's reasonable. That's journalistic responsibility, okay? So, an intelligence responsibility. You still give these possibilities that are out there, but you do make the caveats, and then you check those links and those leads a little further. Well, anyway, there was an interview between a British journalist and this woman by the name of, and let's see if I can get her name right, Louise Mensch, and it's in the link down below with the link that says the FBI gives, or where the bot and other Russian accusations originated. And the fact that the FBI gives this freak so-called journalist, she doesn't, and the real journalist tears her apart on this thing. This is where the original accusations about the Russian bots come from, that they're citing now in the Senate and other places. And you see this lady, and it's obvious that she doesn't know anything, and that she was probably paid to say this so that they could give credence to, oh, a journalist discovered this. Well, I got to tell you something. If the FBI gives any credence to people like this, okay, and they can do it in front of the Senate of the United States, and I'm talking about this ass Comey, if he gives any credence to this, and apparently he has, it only proves that the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, all of these are in fact a psychological warfare with the American people, and Donald Trump being the symbol of that. They are in a war psychologically in preparation for an actual war. Okay, as I've been saying all along. Our institutions have been totally destroyed because they've gotten away from the Constitution. Totally. What does America stand for anymore but greed and avarice and envy and debauchery? That's what we're defending, and the right to rob everybody, not only our own citizens, or not only the rest of the world, but our own citizens. That's what we stand for. That's what these people like Comey and Schiff are telling you, and even Rogers, Admiral Rogers. I mean, this is crazy. You know, and Comey saying that there is no place that is outside of judicial scrutiny anymore. The inside of your head, he says, isn't even outside of government surveillance. I'm getting off the point. Go look at that link down below. It's with InfoWars. The FBI's InfoWars Russia investigations is completely ludicrous. It's very good. And when you see this Louise Mensch, which is the source of this bot baloney, you should be amazed at the stupidity and the incompetence of the FBI, but you got to understand that this is all planned out. They figure that most people aren't going to look this deep. This is ludicrous. It's really crazy. Then also down below I have a couple of links from Dr. Pieczenik, and that's if YouTube doesn't delete these, okay? If they do, then see if you can go find them. The first one's called Dr. Pieczenik calls out Trump on, this is the name I gave it, the military-industrial complex spending and the necessity of cutting the intel community. It's a Steve Pieczenik Talks deal. You'll see the link down below. If the link doesn't work, then just cut and paste it and put it on your address window. very important. Basically what he says is that it's wrong for Trump, and he calls Trump out on this, to not fund more for the military, but to cut it in the right areas. We don't need to be the world policeman anymore. We don't want to be out doing all these wars. Okay? And supporting the military industrial complex is not the way to do that. Not in this way. Not in this way. And he also talks about in the same regards to the intelligence community. The same things that I've been saying all along. Okay? So it's nice to know Dr. Pieczenik and I do have an agreements on certain things, and this is one of them. And then the other link down below is that the U.S. government monitors everyone. Get over it. And, you know, he's serious in some regards about the importance of surveillance, but it's also kind of tongue-in-cheek, because one of the lines that he says is, quote, "The Republic must be kept safe at all costs, even when it is attacking its own people." And he has in parentheses 9/11. So it's kind of tongue-in-cheek, you know, oh yeah, they're going to protect even their illegal activity in their own war on our own people. So that reason for war overseas, those tools are always brought home to rule in a tyrannical manner over the people. So all those links are down below, and I wanted to bring those up. And then finally, well, probably not finally, but also the fact that, and I want to reemphasize this again, that Trump needs to go on the offensive, as many people are saying. You can't be a good guy anymore. He's afraid to fire Comey and Rogers and some of these other people because people accuse him of trying to shut down the investigation. To hell with that. Okay? I mean, they could have said the same thing about, you know, Dwight D. Eisenhower, you know, the people that he fired during the war, and one that he should have was Montgomery, General Montgomery. Instead, he let him go do it. Look at the terrible things that happened because of that. No, you got to take the gloves off. Deal with the bad press later. It's the Republic you need to save, President Trump. The Republic, not people's feelings. Not even try to protect yourself from the accusations of closing down an investigation, which has no roots in truth anyway. So, you know, I don't know how you can do it, but you've got to do it. You can't wait any longer. Me saying that. Well, I've been saying it. And I'm going to reiterate again. Don't go along with this to the president. Please don't go along with this GOP healthcare bill, Paul Ryan, Obama light. Do what you said you were going to do. Repeal it. Yes, you know, it could cause a problem. But Obamacare was going to bomb out anyway. And at least this way you have a chance to do two things, President. One is get the healthcare system rebooted the way it should be in a true marketplace type of system, number one. Number two, you'll be saving the Republic. The principles of the Constitution. You'll be able to do those two things. We can't expect to get through this without making really difficult choices. There's more information coming. We're basically looking at it, trying to get it down to a place where we can communicate about it in succinct terms, which is a very difficult process for me. So hang in there and make sure you stay awake and aware. Out here for now.